Hi, it's Michelle Howe. This is a special gift for you. It's called The Joyful Path, and I plan to reveal 6 keys that I feel are so very important for any of us to live with joy in our life. What does it mean to live with joy? For me, it's about peace, fulfillment, calm, and just having a general positive view on how life spins. Even in the most crazy of situations, even when things feel dire and people around me, there could be some impending situation happening. In general, my view would be life is good. So if I can say life is good, I am on a joyful path. A lot of times it's our lens. So the 6 keys are, the number 1, your lens. We have to become aware of what is it that I pay attention to. Am I, relying on the weather to feel good today? Or am I waking up with the intention that I might be a little groggy, I might be a little tired, I might be scared or afraid or anxious about something, but it's my intention to move beyond a space that I'm in if it's uncomfortable. It's my intention to balance myself out. It's my intention to be a positive example of me today, to exude some positivity with all that I do. So it's the lens. What am I paying attention to? Am I paying attention to the things that are nasty today? Or am I paying attention to the things that are good? And bringing yourself back to, this is good today. This is good today. This is good today. So all of a sudden, your lens becomes the lens that sees the good and the positive of what's out there. This is a process. I'm not going to tell you that tomorrow your lens will be all clean. We're all in the process of cleaning our lenses, changing our lenses, removing certain, I don't know, when there's a word for it. When you have, when you go to the making things a little more clear, when you go see the eye doctor and they are testing out your eyes, certain things make things blurry, other things make things clearer. So you're in the process of clearing your lens. So when I say clear your lens, look at the great in life. Look at the beauty in life. Make that your priority and your intention. All right? Number 2, the joyful path means we have some awareness of the fact that things are not always that great. Things are not always that great. There are struggles everywhere. We have embraced the fact that there are struggles in people's lives. There are struggles within communities. There's struggle within personal families. There's struggle within one individual's life they can't get their head around. There are negative things happening. With that awareness comes an acceptance of the fact that this is the landscape. So the second one is understanding the landscape, having an awareness that the landscape is this way, and still choosing to look at the good and positively address anything that needs your help. Like, you need to walk into things with a positive approach. Otherwise, you just add to the negative that's there. And if you ever heard, energy is contagious, energy is absolutely contagious. So if you have a bunch of people that are all upset or negative or whatnot, and you put another person in the mix, chances are likely that unless you're a really strong person, you're going to succumb to the negativity that's in that group. So that awareness would help you step back, which is number 3. The joyful path is to step back from situations, people, dynamics that disempower you, that bring you into another place of being. An example would be, what is it in your life that brings you down, that gets you in a bad mood? What is it from the outside that could negatively impact you? Now, we can't always get rid of our family, right? So we have to learn how to step back. Step back and away from things. I didn't say cut them out. Step back and away. There may come a time that we have to cut certain things out, but at this point, number 3 is step back and away from things that don't empower you. You sense into what something is and you step away from it. Not because you're going to go in there and fix it, but you're going to step away from it. If you think you're going to succumb to something, you're going to step away. If you think you're strong enough to improve and add value to something and shape something in a positive way, go for it. Step forward. But that is a work in progress depending on what situation is what in your life. Number 4, the joyful path is not to believe everything your head tells you is the truth or is the way it needs to be or is wrong with someone or something. We have so many thoughts, and thoughts, again, are contagious. Some are positive, some are not so positive. Some are judgmental, some are just an endless stream of thoughts, right? So here comes awareness again. This should be the joyful path to awareness, but some of these thoughts are not powerful, are not helpful, are not necessary. So realizing that we are in a world where we're exchanging thoughts every day, thoughts being energy with everybody else, it becomes imperative that you quiet your mind, okay, of the thoughts. It becomes imperative that you not believe every thought that comes into your head. And it becomes imperative that you, if you notice some kind of thought that's really skewed and really negative, that you go like, whoa, where did that come from? And you spin the energy to change the context of what exactly is coming up. Because, again, we're in a world of energy. Thoughts come from everywhere. We could be watching TV and we've got this bunch of stuff coming at us. Next thing you know, we're thinking like the person on TV. Or we're repeating things that are on TV, thinking they're true. So every person that you meet has this lens that's either dirty or clean. And the lens has got these thoughts that are in there. They're sharing their thoughts. When you pull back, step back from certain things, pull back to see who you are. Who are you, after all? Are you all these outside things happening? What's going on with you? How many things can one person keep in their head in one day and take care of in one day? Your priority is you. So number 5 is your priority is you. As a priority, you need to get to know yourself better, which means you need to spend some time on your own, quiet. You can do it in meditation. You could do it as journaling. Whatever you want to do it as, I'm making you a priority. That is your self-care. Now, mind you, I didn't say go get a drink. I didn't say go shopping. I didn't say, well, you could. I want you quiet, stillness, right? You could go for a walk, right? Those are things that get you into yourself, all right? The 6th thing, and mind you, I could go on to 12 things here, but the 6th thing that I think is a key on the joyful path would be to do something daily that you love to do because it expands your heart and it just brings you so much joy to do it. So it could be, I love knitting. I love being creative and painting. I love playing in the yard. I love when I look at my dogs, like that moment where you see something and you're just in love with what that is. It could be a moment, it could be an activity, but something. So what is that for you? What is it for you? Make that, like, see it. Okay, so an example would be, I love taking a shower in the morning. Because when I take a shower in the morning, everything seems like it's clearing me off. I feel anew. I feel lighter. I feel brighter. I feel like I'm waking up. Like, it's just, you want to soak into that feeling and that energy. All the things I do with Empath Evolution and all the things I'm trying to bring forward are about energy. What is it that brightens you right up? And you could say, it's my cup of coffee in the morning. I savor that cup of coffee. I smell it. It's so good. So you want to, like, take that love for that activity and bring that memory of that into your space during the day. You want to have things that surround you that you love or that remind you to love, so you can enjoy your experience of the day and be reminded. So there's where you really become focused on, how am I feeling? How am I feeling today? We take breaks during the day. How am I feeling? Let me get a little pep up, so a little pick me up here. How do I do that? Well, there's so many choices out there, but it's for you to figure out what that is, okay? So I'm just going to recap this for you. The number one is realizing you have a lens that you look at the world through and looking at more positive things on your lens. What are those positive things? And looking for them on purpose until it becomes a habit, okay? This is a day-to-day thing. You're changing your way, okay? The second one is awareness of what the landscape looks like here, and an acceptance that some things are challenging and hard, and it's not within your control. You don't control it, okay? Number 3, step back from people, situations, circumstances, places that just don't feel right to you. They don't empower you. They don't uplift you. Step back. Number 4, quiet your thoughts. Don't believe every thought that comes into your head. Thoughts are thoughts, and thoughts are a million, a dozen, a million. They're all over the place, okay? So just realize that and be careful what you're buying into for thoughts. Priority. The priority is you, is number 5. So you need to start getting to know who you are. And that's done through meditation, journaling, something of the sort, okay? Where you're quieting your mind, stillness. You're getting inside. And number 6 is another thing that's good for you. It's feeding your soul beautiful things. That one thing that just makes you so happy. You want to remember that, and you want to be reminded of that, and you want to look forward to that on a daily basis. That's your candy, quote unquote. And it could be that you like candy. And if that's the case, that's fine. So realizing that we've got all these tools that can shape the way that we step into the world and who we show the world that we are, and what we do and what we say. It allows us to flourish in positivity. It allows us to be an expression of joyful living. Now, don't get me wrong. We all have moods. We all have down times where we're down. And when that happens, in order to move back into a joyful state, which I see as the middle of the way, I don't see joyful as I'm so enthusiastic, I'm so happy, life is so good. I see joyful as a very balanced, even, middle of the road perspective on life. Life is good. That's what we need to keep in mind. Life is good. And there's more to this. There's definitely more to this because life is quite complex. We are multidimensional and we are not simple people. My work is through Empath Evolution, and I do private sessions, workshops, speaking engagements, trying to educate and awaken people to their sense of interconnection, to an energetic awareness, and to embrace their journey of self-healing, to be the best version of themselves that is possible. Because how you feel is the most important thing in your life. And what you share with others is the second most important thing. I'm not saying we're always going to be there, but I'm saying this is possible. This is for you when you change the way what you see, what you think, what you do, how you do it. You change your life. You create a different future, a different connection with yourself, and that benefits you physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in all ways. So I'm going to say goodbye at this point. I do have a website, and it's empathevolution.com. It's empathevolution.com. I have a group on Facebook called Empath Evolution's Community, and I have a page on Facebook. So I look forward to hearing and seeing from you. Follow me, and we'll talk soon. Take care.